Okay, hi everyone. Thank you for attend the meeting. As you all know, Besico is not doing so well in their financial performance since 2014 until 2016. That resulted Besico being delisted from Bursa Malaysia. So, the purpose I gather all of you is because I noticed that Besico is facing several problems. There are mainly caused by one of their subsidiary, which is Giant Steel. Besides, I noticed that the two divisions, which is furniture and property, are also having problems, but not as critical as the main problem. So without wasting our time, can I have the representative from the Giant Steel to explain about the issue so that we know how we can tackle about it?
Thank you, Mr. Charles. I am Miss Athirah from the representative of Jaya Steel. Before that, I would like to share the material that I have prepared.
Okay.
Okay, as you can see, from this research report, we can see that Jaya Steel have incurred losses since in year 2014 until year 2016. Although there is decreasing losses amounted to RM 59 million from year 2015 to year 2016, I believe that this amount indicator for both performance of Jaya Steel along with Besico. Move from that, I would like to point the main issue, which is the dumping activities of foreign country, but mainly that come from China, which cause our steel segment to have a very poor performance. From that, we will not only had to temporarily stop our production in March 2016, but we also experienced a significant drop in our number of production. Our production dropped to 707,000 tonnes in period of 5 years. For everyone information, we managed to produce around 1.32 million tonne in year 2011 and then fallen to 630,000 tonne in year 2015. Unfortunately, we were unable to produce a single production in year 2016. Move from that, I would like to point the second issue, which is the ill equipment that is not up to date in terms of technology advancement, but we still use it in our production process. By using those ill equipment, we will not only receive bad customer feedback in terms of our product quality and inefficient product operation, yet we also do not receive any demand or order from our customer from the month of January 2016. This is also one of the reasons why Jaya Steel incurred such a huge loss. Without customer order, it is very impossible for us to continue our operation and gain profit from it. Move from that, the third issue is Giant Steel faces a bad consequences due to the rising prices in the raw material such as scrap iron and natural gases. Those increases amount in production costs badly affect Giant Steel as we consume it largely in the combustion process. In relation the third issue with the second issues of ill equipment, by incurred an expensive cost to produce a low quality product, we can say that our action is such a useless action. And there is a high chance that Jaya Steel will fail to remain competitive in this global steel industry as we lose in terms of competitive advantages. I think that's it from me for the part of Giant Steel.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Tira. A few days ago, I did call Mr. Jonathan regarding the workers' protest against the decision of Besico fully shut down the Giant Steel. So, Mr. Jonathan, do you have any idea on how to settle this issue? Because I'm afraid we will be sued by the employees.
Uh, okay, thank you, Mr. Charles. Hi, everyone. I am Jonathan. I am the Human Resource Manager. So, to address the issue, I would like to share this presentation with you so you can see it uh, clearly. Okay, so I have provided with two options. since we have not discussed about whether we want to continue Giant Steel or not. So we have the option of whether either to retrench the worker or to retain the worker. Despite any decisions, we must communicate the idea to the workers to make them understand the reasons for whatever decisions that we will make. So first option is to retrench workers. So we must follow the proper retrenchment procedures. So the following procedures, uh, first is provide notice to the workers. Second is compliance with Code of Conduct for Industrial Harmony 1975. Third is reporting the retrenchment to Labour Office before retrenching the worker. And lastly, provide retrenchment benefit to the retrenched employees or workers. The next option is to retain worker. So in order to retain worker, we must have other alternatives to save costs. So the other alternatives that I have come up with is first to reduce number of working days or shift. Second is to transfer to other company. And third is to have restriction on overtime work. Okay, so that's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. And I will look forward to it. As I mentioned earlier, Bersiko is being delisted from Bursa Malaysia, right? And I am thinking to formulate the regularization plan. Therefore, I decided to appoint Mr. Jimmy as consultant for Bersiko in helping us to prepare for it. Can you explain about it, Mr. Jimmy?
Hi, I am Mr. Jimmy from Jimmy and Co. As you all know, Mr. Charles already appointed me as a consultant for Bersico in order to help your company in preparing a regularization plan. And today I come with my assistant, um, Miss Sakinah. So first and foremost, she will explain first on what is regularization plan and why we need the regularization plan. Okay, Miss Sakinah, you can explain.
Thank you, Mr. Jimmy and Mr. Charles. I'm Sakina and I will explain about the meaning of regularization plan. Companies that are in financial distress are categorized as PN17 by Bursa Malaysia, and they need to submit their proposal to restructure and revive their company in order to maintain the listing status. This is what happening to Basico right now, where you need to have a regularization plan to avoid your company from being delisted in Bursa Malaysia and to convince the Chinese investor to revive Basico. That's all from me for now. I will pass back to Mr. Jimmy.
Okay, thank you, Sakina, for the explanation. As you all know, I already asked my team to conduct research about the various industries that your company already ventured. And I also did some research on the current business condition of your company with all the three divisions. As the result of the research, it shows that one of your division, which is steel division, are having lost continuously for 3 years from 2014 to 2016, where it led to the biggest impact to the company. So, the major problems that I could see are management and financial problems that caused by Giant Steel due to the dumping activities as mentioned by Mr. Tira. Mrs. Tira. Therefore, one of the things that I think is vital and should be included in your regularization plan is organizational restructuring. It means that you can redesign the operation and management reporting structures to address the correct operational issues which led to your company's distressed position. A restructuring organization also will uses downsizing which to eliminate costly overhead and will enable your company to return to profitability. Next, you also will need to lay off of your non-essential personnel, which means you need to retrench some of the employees since by having this too much of workers in this condition will lead to higher costs um, mm, since you need to pay their salary. As for the operation, acquisition of modernized equipment is needed since it will cause inefficiency in your production that causes low quality of your product. And by acquire modernized equipment also, it will improve the production quality and reduce your production cost. Next, you can be include what you can include also is financial restructuring. Since Bersiko are having excessive debt that shows higher liability than the asset, that will lead to low liquidity of your company. This can be seen based on the higher debt ratio of Bersiko in 2016, which is 157% as compared to 2015 amounted to 133%. By having this debt ratio, it can help your investor to determine Bersiko's risk level if they want to invest in your company in the future. As you can see from what I had mentioned earlier, financial restructuring plays an important role in an organization performance. Therefore, you can tackle this problem by negotiating directly with the creditors or suppliers to create repayment plans that agreed by both parties in order to improve the liquidity of your company. Next, what need to be included in your regularization plan will be explained by Ms. Sakina.
Thank you, Mr. Jimmy. For operation of Giant Steel, we suggest to implement supply chain. It is the act of sharing information, material and financial information within organization, so it will meet need of customer and lead to enhancing entire supply chain involved. Supply chain are divided into an internal and external integration. External integration consists of Giant Steel suppliers and customer. Customer integration is where Giant Steel will acquire information from customer and then use those information to produce product that will meet the customer's preferences. Based on Leong, who is an officer from industrial buyer in Penang, Giant Steel product quality is inconsistent and customer preferred Giant Steel to produce downstream product as well, such as pipes. So Giant Steel should produce product that is desired by customer and improve quality to attract more customers. Supplier integration involves relationship between supplier and Giant Steel where supplier provide information to them. To have reliable supplier, Giant Steel should choose supplier that can supply quality materials so they can produce a quality product that fulfill user needs. Supplier should also supply the material on time to avoid delay production and delivery of product to customer. And lastly, is internal integration, where it integrates within all internal departments from incoming material to distribution. Giant Steel workers will work together to ensure that every activities of product from incoming material to distribution are effective and efficient. For example, joint planning between each manufacturing division can improve Giant Steel production process so it can avoid delay of production. Firms that have interfirm relationship with others will have better competitive advantage as they offer product that meet with customer preference. Interrelationship with others as well can improve product quality and firm performance as they are able to deliver quality product to their customer. By applying supply chain management, it can also reduce cost of production. Giant Steel can offer lower selling price and can attract more customer and thus boost profitability of Giant Steel. Next slide, please. Next problem is regarding high price of natural gas. Based on our observation, there is new steelmaking technologies where it used biofuel in the industry as well the uses of synthetic natural gas. Biofuel includes ethanol, which usually made from corn or sugarcane, biodiesel, which is from vegetable oil, and green diesel derived from algae and other plant sources, and biogas derived from animal and other digested organic material. Meanwhile, synthetic natural gas is a fuel gas that can be produced from fossil fuels such as coal. Giant Steel can choose either one of the substitute of natural gas for their combustion process. This is because no adjustment has to be made in the furnace as the composition of this synthetic fuel is the same as natural gas. So Giant Steel doesn't need to incur additional cost to build a new furnace. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, thank you both of you. So after I heard the suggestion that you want to include in the regularization plan, I really hope that Bursa Malaysia can approve our plan this year, as I really need to convince the Chinese investor in order to revive the BISICO. So let's proceed with another two divisions. Can I have the representative from that divisions?
Okay, thank you. Okay, I will present on the other division. Can you see the presentation?
Yes.
Okay. I will present on property division. As you can see on the property division, the revenue have been declined. This happened due to the tightening measure implemented by Bank Negara Malaysia since Athirah. Bank Negara want to curb rising household debt and caution spending among the consumer. Consequent from that, the residential segment of Malaysia property market become less popular as it was difficult for loan applied by Malaysian to be approved on that time. This also has affected the BASSERI property as well, which lower sale revenue and operating profit have been reported as currently on that time it has a lot of property but low in demand. When this division has lower sale revenue, it can't be used to cover the loss incurred by other divisions such as Giant Steel. However, if it has a high sale revenue, it can be used to cover the loss. So, what I think for this division, what we can do is the company can try to do extra marketing on the selling of the property. The first marketing that can be done is by doing virtual tour and post on social media of the company. Sometimes there are potential buyers that want to buy the property but doesn't have time to survey on which property they should buy. So by having virtual tour available on social media, it will attract the client to buy property as they can give comprehensive and accurate preview of the property to the potential client. The second one is added social sharing to the property page. By doing this, any person that attract with the property will be able to share with the other people such as family and friends. This will help to increase the sale of the property. The third one is by make promotion by giving discount to the buyer. For example, giving 4% discount to the repeat property buyer or 2% discount on the new buyer. By doing this, buyer can use all the costs to renovate their new house. Besides doing marketing, company can keep their eye on the competitor. For example, property division analyze on what the competitor do and their weakness. Then they can use the analysis to attract more clients. Next, I will explain what the problem that furniture division has. As for furniture division, even though they are profit, but they struggle hard to break even. Currently, the major export market of steel furniture were Middle Eastern country. So in order to make it past the break even and have more profit, the sale should be boosted. Company can boost its sale by trying to export its product to the country in the Europe, such as Denmark and Germany. Hence, it will not only focus on the Middle East country for the sale. If the sale in the Middle East decline, the sale from Europe can still cover the loss. Besides, it can try to varieties its product by innovate new product that low cost but at high quality. Boost the profit from these two divisions, it can help the company to cover the loss incurred by the other division which is Giant Steel. This transition can be done even the Giant Steel will be disposed of regularized. It will help BASSERI to become more stable and able to attract investors from China. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Miss I. I think I already heard from all of you. Does anyone want to add something? If not, we can dismiss our meeting now.
I think no from now.
No. Okay. Thank you to everyone for your cooperation. With all your helps, I really hope that some stumbling BASSERI will be great again.